Hey, what's up everybody? Kai here, and welcome back to Let's Play Lufia in the Fortress of Boss Time with the Oil Dragon, who looks totally badass. Alright, first things first, let's get our buffs and debuffs established in the first round. And Aguro should just start wailing on this guy. Kai will join Aguro, and you want to have Lufia call down the thunder for massive damage every round. But be careful because the Oil Dragon can use Mirror on himself. He also has a move called Fire Air, as you saw here. It deals moderate damage, but it's nothing the Wind Flute can't handle. Now be careful because he has another version of that spell that uses the Vulcan animation, and that is much more powerful. It'll deal about 100 damage to your whole party. But again, it's nothing I would really concern myself with. He also has the ability to reduce your whole party's agility, but I wouldn't waste a turn casting Fake to get your speed back up because this guy's pretty easy, in all honesty. If you have an extra turn with Jerin like you do now, you may as well just cast Trick on Aguro to stack those attack buffs. Or you could use Glacier if you want to. That'll deal about 160 to 180 damage. Despite him being called the Oil Dragon, Jerin cannot set this guy on fire because he has no elemental weaknesses that we can exploit. Oh well. Also, you cannot use the Dragon Ring to deal extra damage to him because he is not considered a dragon for some godforsaken reason, even though he is very obviously a dragon. But that's been the case throughout the entire game with bosses in those monster type rings, hasn't it? I think it's because bosses don't necessarily have a creature type. I think they're just programmed as bosses. So that kind of sucks. But yeah, just keep going all out and keep up with the healing, and you should have this guy in no time. He's not very dangerous. The only thing that could potentially ruin your day is if he uses Mirror, and Lufia hits herself with Thunder. It'll deal about 170 damage to her at this point, just a lot. But alright, got him! And Lufia leveled, alright. And for defeating the Oil Dragon, we get the Power Oil. So let's get the hell out of here and go deliver this to the Professor, who is in Fridaria, if I'm not mistaken. Are we going to have to go on another side quest before we could get the Falcon to fly? Let's find out. You know what? I'm going to take a quick second here to rest up at the inn, sell any excess equipment, and clean up my inventory a bit, so I'll take care of that and be right back. Okay, we're all rested up and ready to go to give that power oil to the Professor and make that Falcon fly. Wait a minute, this building looks familiar. Doesn't Lexus have a lab in Lufia 2 that's built over a waterway like this with 2 stairways on either side? I can't remember the name of the town, but I'm pretty sure he does. If so, nice touch, game. Nice touch. I love it when older games like this have small details, and when the developers take the time to pay attention to details. It's something newer games, well, I don't appreciate it as much in newer games because there are so many small details that a lot of the times a good portion of them just get swept up in the fray and aren't even noticeable. But here, you know, when something stands out like that, it means a lot more, at least to me. It's the little things, viewers. That's one reason why I'm such a huge fan of Tri-Ace games, because their attention to detail is ridiculous. It is crazy how much time and effort those guys put into their games. Well, of course you can't fight the Sinistrals. You're just a random NPC guy. Anyways, first things first, let's grab a few items that we missed earlier and talk to this girl. Oh, Fridaria is the professor's wife. Okay. It's too bad we don't learn more about the professor's backstory. Kind of like with Jerin, you know, they made a big deal about her being a half-elf, and then that's it. That's as far as her story went. You never find out about her parents, her past, or anything. Luis, where's Thelma? I guess it doesn't matter too much here because the professor is not even a playable character, but I guess it would have been nice to have some more flavor text or lore of the game. Well, that was fast. Sad music? What's going on? Yeah, this is that "we're never gonna see you again" speech. We won't. I do believe this is our last encounter with the professor. Yeah, this LP is coming to an end, guys. It's coming to an end. We'll definitely wrap this game up before the end of my vacation, that's for sure. And no, I don't have any bonus episodes planned because there really is no post-game content or anything like that, unfortunately. It's not quite the adventurous music I was hoping for, since we are coming up on the final battle. Glasdar Tower? What's so special about that? Ah, but of course! More caves! More towers! Alright! Wait a minute, where is the Glasdar Tower? You're not gonna tell me, are you, game? Well, I'll just tell you guys now. We have to go to Arubis to get to the Glasdar Tower. So like the professor said, you just press the A button and you can fly. Yeah, kick-ass music. I love the airship music in this game. Now this is the adventurous music I was looking for. Kinda reminds me of the music from The Never-Ending Story. Man, I gotta watch that movie again. Anyways, here's Arubis. How do I land? Oh. I don't want to go here quite yet, but I do want to come here just so I could warp back later on because, I don't know, I have issues when it comes to finding that place for some reason. Alright, now that we have the airship, I want to go to... Okay, this is taking too long. How do I... Oh. Now you're just fucking with me, game. Alright, let's warp to Herit. Because now that we've cleared the oil cave, it is safe to go to the Dragon Shrine and make a wish. The reason I waited until after the oil cave is because one of the dragon eggs in the second set is sent to the oil cave and it would have replaced one of the items there, and that's no good. Hey, how's it going? Let's see, I want to get a Might Shield. Best shield in the game. Now we could go after the second set of dragon eggs, but for the same reason as I just mentioned, I want to hold off on that because one of the dragon eggs in the third set will go to Glasdar Tower, and we haven't been there quite yet. So first of all, let's unequip the Might Helmet from Jerin, because I want to show you what it's like to have a full set of Might Armor on Kai and Aguro. Yeah, look at that magic defense. Now, look at the Might Shield. It's at like another 30 points. Having a full set of Might Armor on Kai and Aguro is just stupidly overpowered. It is sick. Easily trumps any difficulty that the last few bosses are going to throw at you. You don't even need the Mirror spell, really, because you're not going to take all that much damage from spells or physical attacks. I mean, 300 defense? That's just crazy. But we're not going to do that with the Might Helmet. But yeah, you saw how good the Might Shield is. And unfortunately, Lufia cannot wear it. But, just like the Might Helmet, Jerin can. So I want to give the Might Shield to Jerin because she could really use the physical defense and the magic defense as well. And if you don't have any Might Armors on Kai and Aguro, Jerin would now have the highest physical defense as well, which is just silly. I mean, she's a mage, not a tank. Anyways, the reason I don't want to get the might bow is because, and I may have mentioned this earlier in the LP, but we're quickly approaching that point in the game, and we've already seen it to a certain extent, where enemies are going to show up in smaller groups. So having Jerin's physical attack target a whole group of enemies isn't nearly as useful as it once was earlier in the game. And I'm also going to start using my spells a lot more with Jerin anyways, so I'm not really concerned about her doing physical damage. For everything else, there's MasterCard. Besides, if you're absolutely dead set on using a physical attack for Jerin, we're going to be buying a better weapon in about 15 seconds. Yeah, the might bow is the strongest bow in the game, but as far as weapons in general are concerned, there's a weapon you can buy here that's like 20 or 30 points stronger, so you could go either way, but for this LP, I'm going to go with 3 might shields because I think the defensive bonuses far outweigh the multi-targeting use of the might bow. But anyways, let's take a look at the town of Arubis, famous for its alcohol. I mean cider. It's a place where you rest, Jerin. I know it doesn't look like a prison like you're used to. Yeah, that is pretty convenient, having the inn right by the entrance to the town. I agree, Aguro. I like it when RPGs have the save points and the inns close together, and close to the entrance for that matter. Here we get a spell potion, as always, that goes to Kai. Wow, he almost has 300 MP. Cool. The end of the world is rapidly approaching and you think it's cool? Reminds me of a movie reference, but I can't remember the name of the movie. Ah, okay. Wait, we actually have to climb a mountain and not a cave? Alright, now I'm excited, game. Okay, so we need a key to get to the tower. Anyways, at Arubis, we can buy the Zircon armor, best buyable armor in the game. So, if you don't have the might equipment, this is the stuff you want to be buying for your characters. Okay, slow down, Kai. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty good stuff. It still pales in comparison to the might armor, but it is better than Carbo stuff. But for Kai, the only thing I want to buy is a helmet, because the Zircon shield is only 2 more defense, and we're about to get the might shields in the relative near future anyways, so I'm not worried about it. Not that money is an issue right now, but Same with Aguro, I just want to get him a helmet for now. And oddly enough, Lufia can't wear any of this. I wonder why that is. Well, she'll be fine, she's in the back row. But for Jerin, we want to get a Zircon robe, and that's it. As always, if you're playing along, I'll list my purchases in the video description for you guys. +7, nice. I don't know how much each point of defense affects you in this game. I know it's not nearly as important as it was in Dragon Warrior 1, but every little bit helps, right? Pretty good items here. Sweetwaters, X potions you can buy, X magics, power gourds, mind gourds. I actually want to get a couple mind gourds, just for shits and giggles. I want to do some testing with that later on. Okay, remember that for later, viewers. And here at the weapon shop, we can get the best buyable weapons in the game. Zircon Axe would be Aguro's best weapon if you don't have the Might Sword. And the Zircon Rod is the best weapon for Jerin, as I mentioned just a few moments ago. Again, I wonder why Lufia can't equip that. That's weird. Almost as weird as having a Zircon Sword after we get the Dual Blade. Man. Anyways, let's see what's going on down here. Pear cider and plum cider. Oh, why thank you. Hey, an underground bar. What do you mean by that? Don't answer that, viewers. Besides, Lufia won't let me play with you. Could buy some ciders there, but I'm not interested. Again, if you use them in battle, they increase your attack by a very minuscule amount. Ah, yeah, it's just like foreplay. Can't get to the happy ending if you don't have the foreplay and follow through with it. Plum cider? But this is apple cider. Anyways, we want to buy one of these. Kind of funny how the apple cider costs 1,000 gold in this game because it also costs 1,000 gold in Lufia too. Again, that attention to detail, nice touch game. Now I forget who it was. Yeah, okay, you talk to this guy. Whoops, I guess I should have done this first. But if you want to find out his information, he tells you he wants apple cider. It's kind of funny how the old man only sells the apple cider to people he wants to sell it to. Now in Japan, I wonder if that's a reference to underage women. Not saying anything bad about Japan, but they do tend to be a lot more perverted than we are. And as you all know, cider is just a way of censoring alcohol. Ah, okay. So basically there are two caves in the area. One that has the key to the tower, and the other... Excuse me. Didn't mean to burp into the microphone like that, viewers. I apologize. And the other cave will actually take you to the tower. So I'll just show you real quick before we call it quits here. But, whoa! Yeah, there's that turbulence we heard about. We can't get close to Doom Island in the airship. So, this cave here has the key to the Glass Dart Tower, and this cave down here will actually take you to the tower. So, easy enough. But like I said, I'm going to end this video here, and when we come back next time, we'll go through this cave and see if we can't find that key and save the world, finally. As always, guys, I want to say thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Take care.